Manjeet, can you share a specific instance? Let's say if someone is facing a failed relationship issue, or let's say facing a financial issue, can you go about, let's say, how do you help the student?
Yeah. So one instance that comes to my mind immediately is I was working with this one person. She's from Germany. I was working with her in Goa, and she wanted to work on her uh, issues with her father. Yeah. So I didn't go into any backstory. So this is important again in shadow work, that unless the person really wants to talk it out, we don't ask questions so much about the past, because our emphasis is more on present and future. Yeah, present and future. We learn from the past, but we don't get stuck there. We don't stretch it too much.
Okay.
So yeah. So when we did these hard stretches, which I talked about, like really opening up the rib cage, opening up the chest, the middle back, and so on. And then we did deep breath work, really breathing in the heart, breathing the rib cage in, learning to hold the breath a little bit longer, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, because as we learn to hold the breath longer, indirectly we learn to hold a life experience without reacting to it immediately. Yeah, you don't get so impatient and impulsive. And then one very precise practice that I did with her, it was active meditation, we call it, in which the person is not just sitting and listening and meditating. There is an interaction happening, either with a teacher or another student. So in this, one practice we did was I invited her to close her eyes and picture or imagine that her father is in front of her. Yeah. And say what comes to your heart. Yeah. Without filters, without holding yourself back, just speak it out. She chose to speak in her own language, in German language. She felt more comfortable. She didn't want to be understandable by me. Perfectly fine. And after doing a few minutes of this, she had a big emotional release. She had to lay down. She knew I kept reminding her that she's safe. Everything is okay. I'm here for you. Nothing is going to happen to you. Allow this emotion. And this gave her a big breakthrough. Yeah. So the feedback that I got from her a few days after the session was that she felt like something has been, like a big band-aid has been pulled off finally. A big wound has been addressed and healed